Hello everyone, this is Dr. Jyoti Gulwani with Research Methodology 1. We have started with chapter number 1 and in last video we were there with the research design, and in that we have learned the main exploratory design. Today we will go with the conclusive design. Now, what is conclusive design? As in last video we have seen that exploratory design means where you are generating new ideas or where you are having little bit knowledge of a particular topic and you want to expand that particular topic. That is what your exploratory design. What is conclusive design? When you get the knowledge about a particular topic through exploratory design. Now, if you want to get the detail of a particular topic, then as a researcher, you have to go with the conclusive design. That is, generation of idea is there. You have already identified that this is a particular topic. Now, if you want to get the details of a particular topic, then you can go with the conclusive design. That is what conclusive design, to get the details of a particular topic. How you can get the details? So, details can be collected through two types. One is descriptive design, second is causal design. Let us start firstly with the descriptive design. The name itself says us descriptive design. That means when you want to get the detail of a particular topic. Details can be collected through when, what, how, where, etc. By asking this kind of question, you can get the details of a particular topic. That means descriptive designs, that is to get the details by asking different types of question. That is known as a descriptive design. Under that, there are two types. Number A, longitudinal design. Number 2, cross-sectional design. We have learned this word in types of research. If you remember it, then in types of research, the one classification was there, that is longitudinal versus cross-sectional research. Same over here, detail or explanation is there. उसका explanation same ही है. Again repeating it, longitudinal design means if a topic is identified or researched once only, that is known as your longitudinal design. एक ही टॉपिक एक ही बार अगर आपने वहाँ पे एक ही टॉपिक अगेन एंड अगेन, इफ़ यू हैव रिपीटेड, sorry for that, if you are repeating that particular topic again and again on the same respondent, that is known as your longitudinal design. Suppose if you want to do the study on the students' behavior, then students are same. In a single year, if you are conducting the study again and again on the same students by asking same question, then it becomes the longitudinal design. That is, topic is one, questions are same, but repeatedly if a study is conducted on the same respondent, then it is known as a longitudinal design. And cross-sectional design, that is only once a study is conducted on the students or on the respondent, then it is known as a cross-sectional design. Going with the same example, if study is conducted on the students' behavior once only, then it is known as a cross-sectional design. Here repeated study is conducted, here only one study is conducted on the particular respondents. Here there are two types of cross-sectional design, single section and multi-sectional. Single section, that is same as cross-sectional design. When study is conducted once on a particular respondent, that is known as a single section. But when you are going with the multi-sectional, that is topic is one, but different type of you can say that year are considered to do the study, and when you are doing the comparison, topic is one, then respondents are one. But if you are comparing behavior of 3 years, that is first year students, second year students and third year students, if you are comparing their behavior with each other, then it becomes the multi-sectional. Study is conducted once only in both this type of cross-sectional design, but here only 1 year is taken. That is, suppose if only TY students are taken and only their behavior, if it is checked by you, then it is known as single sectional. But when first year, second year and third year students behavior is checked and it is compared with each other once only, then it is known as multi-sectional cross-sectional design. Then next is causal design. This is also learned by us. Causal, that means when you check the cause and effect relationship between two variables. One is cause, second is effect. So when you check the cause and effect relationship, it is known as the causal design. We have learned this causal variable. So this meaning of causal will be cleared in your mind. There are two types of causal design, that is when you want to check the cause and effect relationship. In this there are 2 points: method of agreement, method of disagreement. Now what is method of agreement? When one element is there, then only result will be there. That is known as method of agreement. Repeating it again, when one element is there, at that time result will be there. That is known as method of agreement. And when one element which is required is not there, then result will not be there. Now let us understand it with one example. Take for example, car is there. How you can start the car? If fuel will be there. Means what is our required element? Fuel. Car is there and you want to start the car. Then what is the required element? Required element is fuel. That means your result is you want to start the car. But for that required element is fuel. In the same way, if bike is there or if any two-wheeler is there, again if you want to start that particular two-wheeler, then how you can start? Obviously fuel should be there. Truck is there, again you want to start the truck. What is required element? Fuel. So result, what is the result required by you? You want to start a particular vehicle, but to start a particular vehicle fuel is required. So here method of agreement is what? When required element is there, then only result will be there. And method of disagreement means when required element is not there, you cannot get the result. Car is there, you want to start the car, but if fuel is not there, then you cannot get the result. In the same way, two-wheeler is there, truck is there, you want to start your vehicle, but if fuel is not there, then you cannot start your vehicle. Cause and effect. Cause is what? That is fuel. Result, effect will be what? You can start your vehicle. आपका cause क्या है? आपका fuel. Fuel होगा तो ही आपका vehicle start होगा. Effect will be there. So this is what a cause and effect relationship, which is known as a causal design. So today we are only concluding with the conclusive design. Descriptive design, that is to get the details, that is with the questions of how, when, what, why. By asking so many questions you can get the detail. Longitudinal design, that means by doing repeated study on the same students, by asking same question, you can conduct the longitudinal study. Cross-sectional study, that is when once a study is conducted on the same respondent. Under that, single cross-sectional, multi cross-sectional. Single cross-sectional same as cross-sectional when study is conducted once and only one element is taken. When here different elements are taken, then it is known as multi-sectional. Causal design, when you want to check the cause and effect relationship, and here method of agreement, method of disagreement. Method of agreement, that is when one element is there you can get the result, when element is not there then you cannot get the result, that is known as method of disagreement. So this is our research design. Research design, that is plan to conduct a study under the two parts, exploratory and conclusive. There are 5 methods of exploratory design, and conclusive design is just completed today. So for the next topic, stay tuned. In the next video we will get the more information. Till then, goodbye.